Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of my Red Dead Redemption 2 Low on a playthrough. We have got so much to do today. We've got so many missions on the table. I don't think we're going to get to do them all. I'm pretty certain we're not going to get to do them all. So we have a hunting mission with Pearson. We have I think it's a coach robbery or something with Lenny. We have the ferry robbery with Trelawny. We have been asked to go and meet eagle flies over at, is it Citadel Rock, I think, in the Heartlands. We have a mission to go and speak to Sadie. I'll probably leave that one to last. No reason. There were a few stranger missions about, but some of them I just don't want to do. There's obviously the Mary Linton one, which for now I'm not that interested in. There is a Albert Mason one further up north, and I don't know what else is going to pop up. We did a bunch for Brother Dawkins and Sister Calderon last time, and for Charles Chattenay as well, so we might get some more for them, kind of further along in their stories. And there's a bunch of other random stuff that I wanted to do as well, so, and camp conversations of course. So much for us to do, and I'm not going to bother making a plan because my plans never work out anyway. I always say I'm going to do this and then just from the get-go end up doing something completely differently. So we'll just get into the game and let's just see where the game takes us. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you've had a really good week. Thank you for spending another hour or two with me. Hello, Arthur. What have we've talked about this, Arthur? What have I told you about washing your face in this part of the swamp? Why is it always this part as well? I mean, none of this is great, but why not like here? Here is better than there. There's less green stuff in the water.
Hello.
Call me Micah.
I won't, if you don't mind.
Oh.
Why not?
Might give people the wrong idea.
And what would that be?
That I like you.
No. Only thing you like is a bottle of whiskey. Everyone knows that, Miss Karen.
They do.
Oh, yes. Some folks is concerned. But not me. You're past worrying about nasty little thing. She gets what she deserves.
What a horrible little piece of shit that feller is, Arthur.
I agree.
Karen.
I don't want nothing else out of you, you hear?
Me? What did I do?
Grimshaw keeping off your back?
I wish.
So at the end of the last episode, I said my goodbyes, and normally straight away I just ow, Spicy, you're stepping on my hair. Normally straight away I just hit escape and come out of the game. And just as I was about to do that, I think even actually as I was saying goodbye, you can probably hear it if you watch back the end of my last episode. They had that conversation. And I was like, oh no, because I've already said goodbye. I've signed off, but they're having this conversation now, and I'd stopped recording. That was it, because I hit stop recording before I came out of the game. So I ran over, hit start recording again, and I caught the very tail end of it. But I thought most of the conversation was just going to be lost. But they've just done it again, which is weird, because I didn't have any issues loading into the game, like I said before, so I thought that conversation would have been checked off and done and won't ever come back up again. So I'm glad you got to see it in full. That's really good.
Okay there?
I think the cats might...
So what do they eat in Germany,
Yeah,
Strauss?
I'm Austrian.
Oh. Well, so what do they eat in
Hi, Arthur.
Australia?
It's a miracle you don't fall over more. You okay?
Hey, fellas.
Boys. Hosea.
Yeah, the cats, you might find that they're making more of an appearance at the start of this episode because it's almost dinner time. Not quite, so I can't feed them yet, but They're going to try and remind me every 10 minutes, I think. Spice is currently eating one of his toys, he's that hungry, and Jenga is right next to me. Always in my peripheral, so I'll never forget that it's almost dinner time. Oh, no. Molly, you're out in the sunshine!
Oh, hey.
My lady. How you doing?
I'm fine.
She seems better, to be honest. She must be having a good day. I'm going to go and see Pearson. I want to do the Pearson and the Lenny mission, get those checked off. I always worry because I know they don't stick around forever, indefinitely. And I don't know at what point, if I do a main mission, have I moved too far and lost the opportunity. Plus, how rare is it that we get to do a mission with Pearson? Really, you can't climb up that? You are out of shape, Arthur.
Arthur, you free?
I might be. Look at Sandony. Somehow this swamp seems nicer.
Sure, old man.
Enough of that old man nonsense. I'm in the prime of my life.
Oh, I'm sorry. How you getting on?
Bored. You see that swamp, Arthur? That's God's own pantry. What are we eating? Venison? Come on, let's go gather some crawfish. See what else we can get.
Crawfish?
Yeah, crawfish. Finest eating there is. And it's not just crawfish.
No. There's monsters out there that'll eat a feller for fun.
Oh, Arthur, I thought you were a man.
No, sir. When it comes to prehistoric monsters, I am very much a coward.
Whew. Head for those trees across from us and we'll take a look. On the starboard side.
The what?
My left, your right. This is a boat, Arthur.
Okay. Whatever you say.
Okay, go slow so I can see. My eyes aren't what they used to be. No, ground is too high here. Keep following the shoreline.
What exactly are we looking for?
We're looking for low ground and a lot of muck. Pull us in over there.
Here?
Yeah, come on.
There's more than crawfish in these waters.
Bye, Pearson.
This is the place. Now tell me, Arthur, have you ever birthed a cow?
No.
It's nothing like that, but it's equally as gruesome if you're squeamish.
You're really selling this, aren't you?
I thought he meant has Arthur ever given birth to a cow. Had no idea where that was going, but was not expecting that question.
Now, do you see this hole?
Yep.
Well, it's sort of like a natural trap. Just want to stick your hand and watch. And there! There, you see?
Good. Seems easy enough.
Uh-huh. Let's go find another hole.
So, how long were you in the Navy?
Oh, years. Well, it must have been a year, at least. Or close to that.
That's quite a range.
All water under the bridge now. No pun intended.
I thought he'd been there for like decades. After all he goes on about.
Oh, look there. Another crayfish hole. You see it? You try this time, Arthur. And remember to reach down deep and get right in there. They like to dig in, the little blighters. It's all right. They don't really bite.
I got something.
Nicely done. Why don't you see if there's any more down there? Go on. One more squelch down there can't hurt.
There we go.
What did I tell you? Okay, come on. Let's try another hole. Won't be much of a gumbo if we don't find some more.
Gumbo. I've not had it, but I've heard of it. Hello.
Get down. Get down. Talking of other creatures. There.
Those gators?
Yeah. 3. And they're female. Must be guarding nests. So, gator eggs. Really valuable. Even better eating. I love cooking with them. Okay. Tell you what. I'm gonna sneak over to the other side of them. Draw their attention. And then run like hell. Now, assuming I don't get eaten, you go plunder the nests.
That's your plan? You're madder than I thought.
I've done it before in Sumatra. It's easy.
I've heard that line before.
Oh, ye of little faith. Wait here, Mr. Morgan.
Poor gator mums. Stealing all their babies.
Come on, jump in. All right, sir, take us back to the dock.
Why can't you row?
That's what I call teamwork.
I don't think I've ever seen you move that fast.
People pay a lot of money for those eggs. I'm told there's a collector in Saint Denis who gives top dollar for them. For millinery, of all things.
Yeah, because who doesn't want a hat with an egg on it?
Well, this has been very pleasant. Very pleasant indeed.
This is so confusing. Could have
That
just
was
faced
fun.
the camera.
I must get out more.
Is that your idea of fun, is it?
Oh, what? Thank you. Here, have some crawfish. And give you some of those eggs.
Hey, maybe you could hatch that, get yourself a new friend.
There's a thought. A new reptilian best buddy. To replace Mike, I suppose.
Yeah.
Oh, Marco Dragic. Ah, yes. The European genius with a hot poker up the ass. Marco Dragic invited you to visit him at his lab in Doverhill.
How are you keeping, gentlemen? You mind if I join you? You know, doubt is a hell of a thing. A hell of a thing. When we doubt, we become the devil's plaything. Makes us do the stupidest of things. Makes me do the stupidest of things. Now you know me, I'm a God-fearing, Rome-hating gentleman. But when the doubt takes hold of me, I'm a fiend for that stuff. When I'm strong, I can move mountains. But when I'm weakened by doubts, a child could defeat me. I am frozen by my doubt, and yet I cannot overcome it. It's a terrible burden, friends. A terrible burden indeed.
I could tell the moment he came over and was like, how are we keeping gentlemen? I was like, oh, Swanson's sober. He sounds so grown up and serious and like responsible. I don't know how to describe it, but you could just tell he wasn't like, hello!
Now, let me tell you boys a story. And when old Uncle was just a little boy, back when they called me nephew, I guess. Not uncle. My real uncle? Uncle Jeb? My mother's brother's cousin? He was kind of funny. One of those men you didn't want to be left alone with on account of him doing, well, you know what I mean. Not right with young men. Anyways, he wanted to take me fishing. Now, I didn't want to go, because if there's one place men act funny, it's around fish. Well, anyways, he tried to take me. All week long, he's telling me to come, and in the end, I sent my brother's friend, Ned, instead. Go. I never liked Ned much either. I figured, well, they could do the damnedest to each other. Turns out they did. Only weren't Jeb drowning Ned like I reckoned, but Ned, he went and, well, stabbed Jeb right in the moneymaker. Turned him into Aunt Jemima. No word of lie.
Hi.
Tell a story like that and then just, hi. Okay. The things they laugh off back in this sort of year.
Here's the way I see it, if you're interested. Everything changes. I grew up wanting to hunt whales. My father and his father both hunted sperm whales. Everyone's fathers did where I grew up. And we lit the world with that oil. We lit the world, and oh, we lived like princes, with our moms wearing new dresses, and our dads out to sea for years at a time, rich and lonely, but desperate to be out there. And then, as I'm finishing school and getting ready to ship out to sea myself, everything ends. Nobody wants whale oil no more. Everybody's running out west for gold and land and oil and freedom. So I spent a couple of years at sea, but it's not what I imagined. Without the hunt, it's not really anything. I don't want to simply carry things across the sea. I want to pull things from it. So I too go west. And soon I fall into some terrible trouble with some really bad men I meet. They force me to marry a woman so they can steal all my money. But then Dutch finds me, very much at my wit's end. And you boys know the rest of that story. Now, I'm a ship's cook for a camp with no ship. With no ship. But I miss the sea. I do. It calms you somehow.
Are you holding up?
Don't ask.
Yes, well, maybe we should pray more.
Oh, yeah. Did we know he was forced into a marriage? I feel like that's new to me, or I forgot it. He met a bunch of... I presume he met a bunch of thugs who forced him to marry somebody. To steal his money. How would they steal his money through marriage? Was divorce a thing back in the day? Is it so they'd get divorced and the woman would have half of it? I don't know. At least we know why he became a sailor, I guess. Following in his dad's footsteps. Mrs. Grimshaw, your neck is going to kill if you sleep like that. That does not look comfortable.
Just what is your game?
Oh, shut up.
You creepy, no-good bastard.
What are you trying to do here?
You don't fool me one bit. Look at you. Toughest flower in the bunch. But we both know underneath, you're yellow as hell. It stinks of coward right around here. Drop the tough act. It's getting embarrassing.
Think you're such a big man.
don't know why he couldn't shove me, but it just let me keep antagonizing him, which was brilliant. I'm gonna take a nap. I had a haircut as well, but I might take advantage of Trelawny's mission.
Laundry and sewing. The exciting life of an outlaw. Yes, if they only knew how boring it really is.
Well, we ain't the quickest, but
You
did
okay,
done
Arthur?
right.
Yeah. The best things aren't done in a hurry.
Apparently not. How long have you been fixing that? 2 or 3 episodes now?
What is your problem?
Hey, why are you picking on me?
Aside from the hooch I mean.
Why are you being an idiot?
We see you have a problem with that.
You do what you want. See if I care.
That's an interesting point. I would have thought I wouldn't be able to hear Trelawny at his house. Because there is a mission for him and I'm supposed to be meeting him at the tailor's. But I'm pretty certain I had that mission available when I did the Brother Dawkins and Sister Calderon mission and ended up, because of Mrs. Downs running away from the law, past Trelawny's house, and I heard Trelawny in his house. So I was thinking I'd love to go and swing by his place, but then I thought, oh, with the mission I won't be able to hear him until that's done. But maybe I can. Maybe that's what I'll do. I do want to do the Lenny mission as well, but I might come back for that. It makes no logistical sense, but I'm not getting many camp conversations at the moment, so let's go and play in the ugly city.
Somebody please help me! Oh.
I'm getting really creative now. Crime reported to who? Who's around to report a crime to? I almost wonder what would happen if I ran to his house now. If it's just like nothing's gonna be happening there now. It was this block, wasn't it? Oh, there is another Charles Chattenay mission. The Artist's Way 3. Charles invited you to his exhibition at the gallery in Saint Denis. Excellent.
That's what you call a prize.
Why are the lawmen still after me? All I did was run over a guy.
Stop! That's an order.
Damn it, why are they still after me? This isn't gonna end well for me.
Somebody kill that bastard already!
Why am I stuck? Severus, no!
You're dead, you cocksucker!
I got way too lucky
Get
there.
away from me! Can't be real.
Oh, that would have been a good chance to get arrested. Should have thought about that before just running away. It's just my first instinct.
Listen, friend, just
Oh.
get in here and come with us.
No! I didn't realise that was a police officer.
Whoa, boys. Okay.
What's this going to get awfully interesting if every time I walk past a police officer it's gonna kick off? Maybe I should just get arrested, wipe the bounty, maybe get a cool cutscene. Maybe that's just the best way. Right. Is it here?
That was absolutely delicious, my dear. Thank you. Well, I think a toast is in order, don't you? Here, let's fill that water glass, Tarkin. It's unlucky to cheers on an empty glass. Okay. To the Trelawnys. It's good to be home.
The Trelawnys! Are you staying now, Daddy?
I wish I could, my boy. I really do. But business calls. Oh, I almost forgot. I don't suppose anybody here would be interested in, say, present?
Me! Me!
Okay. This is for you.
Wow! Thanks!
And this one's for you, Cornelius.
A spinning top!
I got that in a town called Blackwater. And last but not least, for you, my dear.
Aw, thank you.
Now run along and play, boys. Let your mother and I read the newspapers.
He's a dad? I assume they're his kids? Or maybe they're her kids and they got married after she had them? Tarquin and... was it Tarquin and Cornelius? Is it this house? I don't actually know if it's this house.
Trelawney, is that you in there?
Arthur? What on earth are you doing here? I can't speak now. Sorry. Can we catch up in the office on Monday? Let's adjourn to the parlor, my dear. Not a moment's peace.
And it's not just... I can't remember if he said or not, but it's not just some woman he's seeing.
Me and Billy?
He's married. He's well and truly married, and he definitely did not mention that there are 2 sons involved. The scoundrel. Okay, what should we do next? Oh, who's that? Duchess and other animals. There's someone here you can meet. Duchesses and other animals. I can't remember that one. I think, was it here? Where you've got the, oh yeah, maybe it is that one. Algernon Wasp. It looks like it's over this building. I thought it was that one, but... oh, I would like to go and see him. That's the lady raising money for the veterans building. That's the electric chair guy. I'm not talking to him. I do want to go and see Algernon Wasp. I might go and do that now, actually. Although it's not the one I'm closest to. I'm right by Charles. But Charles will show up on the map no matter where I am. I will end up losing Algernon if I leave the area.
Move it!
Excuse you.
Sounds like a scam to me, but...
I'll come back to Charles at some point. Oh, I want to go and check out the cemetery as well. As I'm here. I wonder if he'll say anything now I've seen him at the party. I still love this greenhouse area. Every time I just have to stop and admire it.
One moment, please. This is extremely delicate.
Hey.
There. Ah, wonderful. Algernon Wasp, purveyor of the exotic and the exquisite. Enchanté.
Tacitus Kilgore.
How can I help you? May I interest you in a hat, perhaps? How about a nymph? I import them from Brussels. The idiots in this town all want Italian nymphs, but the Italians make the coarsest of marble. I mean, quite frankly, the Baroque is an abomination. Belgium. Now that is a land for the connoisseur.
Oh, yes. Yeah, as I always say. But, you know, I'm not really a nymph kind of man.
Oh, of course, too ephemeral. You want something, more tangible, more gothic. I also make corsets. Would you like a corset? I always wear one.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I ride a lot of horses. The whalebone might stick in.
Well, a cup of tea.
Sure.
And what is it you do, Mr. Kilgore? Are you a gentleman of leisure? An aesthete? An artist?
I suppose I'm kind of an adventurer.
Ha! Yes, of course you are. Here, be careful with the china. Sir, it is French.
Not Belgian?
No. They are Philistines in that area, not to be trusted. Youth, eternally preserved in marble, is more their specialty. I fear China will always elude them. Now, why are you here exactly?
I don't know.
You're an adventurer. A wanderer, a lost soul cast out from heaven?
Sure.
Well, I do pay exceptionally well for certain objects needed for my art.
You do?
I do. Exceptionally well.
Well, what do you need?
Let's see. Right now, I have a couple of commissions. I need at least 15 egret plumes. Good ones, obviously. I also need 15 assorted orchids. Here's a list.
Okay. I will see what I can do. Thanks for the tea.
Thank you, Tacitus. It'll be very worth your while.
He makes me laugh.
Stay clear of that fella. It's capable of anything.
Hello? Should I say Arthur makes me laugh, but he definitely sets the joke up for Arthur to just nail the delivery. I didn't know that was a breakable thing. Whoops, let's go before anyone tells me.
Hey there, mister.
Let's go look at some graves. My favourite pastime. I know it's not going to be the... was it Dutch's mum or something? I have been corrected. She is in Blackwater. These are big old graves. Oh, okay, this is probably really disrespectful, but I can climb them? I'm playing Assassin's Creed. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh. I'm not very good at Assassin's Creed. How does a random lone nobody goes there gravesite in New Austin have more interesting graves than the one in like the what I assume is the capital city? Oh, there's a coffin. Do you reckon that's the vampire's home? Because I bet you he sleeps in a coffin. Ooh, spooky. Are those like collective graves? Is that like 12 graves in one like grave building thing? Because it looks kind of like a pizza oven. It's a bit weird. But they've bricked up all the holes. Very odd. Well, I'm very disappointed. I thought we'd have loads and loads of really interesting grave names and causes of death. Oh, hello. Do have the local drunk.
Look at you. Total loser. About to piss himself and cry.
Bless him. Yeah. It's got nothing. There is nothing going on here.
So, it's 2 in the morning and I still cannot find my other shoe.
Don't tell me you used the Garibaldi.
Hey, don't give it away.
No, you tied the book to your foot? How could you?
The mud was everywhere. I needed to get to the house before Carlo did. It was the only way.
I cannot believe it. A first printing, no less. All'inferno c'è un girone apposta per te, amico mio. Okay, enough. We should be keeping an eye out, yes? You see this one here?
Working man can't even put food on the table.
Wouldn't want to be downwind of him.
How bad he gets. But the evidence ain't there.
Oh, are they Bronte's guys?
Got something to say? Maybe he doesn't know who we are, huh?
Well, see, you boys need to learn some respect.
That's
You know
it.
what? Time for some fun.
They started it! Why am I always the one who gets in trouble? Por favor, that's you pulled a gun out. Ah! No! Stop it!
All hair cream
They
and
started
elbows.
it, it's not fair. He isn't por favor Spanish. I thought if they were Bronte's people they'd be Italian. Maybe I'm making too many assumptions. I don't know why I'm just punching everyone. That's my horse.
I'm gonna fill you full of holes, you son of a bitch.
Please don't fill me full of holes.
Lordy D.
Oh, Christ, hell! Shoot that bastard! Fight with the law! The law takes you down!
Too damn close.
Trying to get away, come on!
Down, mister.
There's definitely a bit of a trend going on this episode. And that trend is me running out of Saint Denis being shot at. Okay, I'm gonna go and try and turn myself in because I need to get rid of this bounty. It's becoming problematic. And we'll see if we get a cutscene as well. I don't think I've had one in Saint Denis yet. I didn't think I could, but somebody did comment that you can. It seems so like high security. I just didn't think there'd be any chance of someone saving me from Saint Denis, but there is. So I would quite like to see it if we can. We'll see if we get lucky.
You look like... Wait a goddamn minute. It's you!
I lied.
God damn it, I'm taking you in!
Into the steps face first. My guy, that's not nice. Okay.
Load above.
Lord above. It's just like a passing of time. No luck, but at least we've served our time. Should make life a little bit easier from now on. Right, shall we go and do Trelawny's mission? And then let's see if we can get some more camp conversations. I think that's what we should do.
Let's go on. He's a bad man.
Ah, there you are, dear boy.
Yes, here I am.
Well, we're going to need to get you smartened up a bit.
What?
Well, you can't play at the tables on a Lannahechee riverboat looking like this.
Can't?
Not if you want to fit in so well no one realizes you're there to rob the place. Now, come on.
What are you talking about?
That suit is not fit for the purpose at hand. Come along, dear boy, come along.
Hello, can I help you gentlemen?
Yes, my friend here is in need of a new suit. We are playing on the riverboat this evening.
Excellent. Well, you'll find all my inventory in the catalog here.
Make this gentleman look like the Duke he really is. It was the English's fault his grandfather had to emigrate. A bitter and jealous people. You can see the aristocrat in his profile. The heavy brow from all the inbreeding.
Might I suggest the fine three-piece town suit, sir? Perfect for the occasion, I'd say.
Very fancy.
A very...
Come on, let's get you to the barber.
Sure. Good luck tonight, gentlemen.
Herr Strauss has scoped the whole thing out. It's quite ingenious, actually.
What is?
The action he has planned. Indeed, it's not much of an action at all. You play cards and win. And you're going to bet very big and flamboyantly while you win. And everyone's going to think you're some new money from the oil fields come to lay it on thick and drunk. All the while, Herr Strauss will be signaling you in your line of sight. When you bust the place, they'll take you upstairs to pay you off. And that is when Javier comes in, and you take whatever you want.
You don't think they might see an armed Mexican coming into the safe with me?
Sure, they might, but perhaps not. You will see.
The suspense is killing me.
Oh, don't be so jaded. We both know this is just the kind of innocent fun you thrive on.
Well, after the past couple of months, armed robbery don't seem such an innocent pastime.
No, but we, you, all of us, will be done here soon.
I hope so.
Come on. My good man, could you smarten up my dear hick friend here?
You in over your head in the big town, huh?
This unlikely fellow has made himself a fortune in the oil fields and learned himself not a lick of manners or gentlemanly deportment.
Well, very good, sir.
No, it's not good. Not good at all. Not if they're going to let him play big at the tables tonight.
Come on. Time is not ours to waste right now.
Oh, I hate it. Oh, I feel like that's the posher thing to do, but I just hate it so much. I don't think I can. I think I'd rather pay again to have it undone. I really like Arthur like that. But again, I don't know, I just feel like all the really posh people I've seen have either had like moustaches, hate moustaches, so I don't want to do that, or they've had beards, like, you know, people wear like top hat and have a beard, but he's not got enough for like a full beard, or they've been clean shaven, so I think I'd have to go clean shaven. But oh, has he got scars on his chin? Arthur, how did you do that? I prefer that, but as we're trying to look fancy, it'll grow back.
There, very smart.
Come on, let's get to the docks.
I've arranged some transportation for us.
So, how are things going?
Not too good, to be honest.
Oh, well, don't let it
Hope
get
you
you
have a
down.
successful evening, gentlemen.
George, to the Grand Corrigan, please.
Grand Corrigan, sir.
Well, look at you. From Toad to Prince.
Yeah, this is a bit much, ain't it? The coach?
We can't whinny up there on horses like a bunch of countrified yokels. You're a brash oil man. Money to burn. Which reminds me, no shuffling and mumbling. Puff your chest out. Get outside yourself.
Yeah, all right. This ain't Hamlet. So, who's a mark? Is he all right, by the way, the driver?
Oh, yes, don't worry. George and I go way back. It's a man called Desmond Blythe. Made a fortune in hosiery of all things. Likes to play fast and always keeps some extra collateral in the safe upstairs.
So, If Strauss is sitting behind him, how does he know what cards I got?
He won't. But the dealer has recently become a very good friend of mine.
Another one.
Don't worry, Arthur. We're all the authors of our own good fortune. He'll make sure you get the right cards.
What could possibly go wrong?
Indeed.
I thought it was Hosea.
What money am I playing with?
Strauss.
Don't worry. That has all been arranged. Your chips will be waiting for you. Ah, there she is. Come on.
Okay.
Arthur, leave any weaponry here. They'll search us when we get on. George, we'll collect these from you later.
Very good, sir.
Thank you, George.
Good luck, sir.
Now remember what I said, Arthur. Everyone is the author of his own good fortune.
Yes, believe me, I heard every word.
Watch Strauss, listen to the dealer, and this should be a very lucky night. There they are.
Gentlemen, how wonderful to see you. Arthur, you remember this pair of boys we met in New York? Come on, gentlemen. Champagne is on dear old Arthur. He's rich as can be and feeling luckier than a turkey that survived Thanksgiving.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello, dear boy. Come on, let's head aboard. Drinks on Arthur. Champagne.
I'm afraid we require all patrons to hand over their guns.
Good time. The tables await.
I'll go find myself a change of clothes.
Okay.
You seem unsure.
Robbing a heavily armed riverboat without a gun tends to bring out the self-doubt in me.
These people are virtually idiots. This is simple stuff. Now have a good time, but don't lose too much money or your wife is going to kill me.
Whatever you say.
Now where can I get a cocktail?
Good evening, gentlemen. Arthur Callahan. Sorry I'm late. I had some unfinished business at the bar.
Desmond Blythe. Evening. Not to worry. Welcome to the game, Mr. Callahan. Okay, gentlemen, let's play. I hope you're a player. Been too many cowards at these tables recently. Nothing less dignified than a man afraid to lose a little money.
Look at this! Chips already stacked up, waiting for me. I like this joint already.
We aim to please, sir.
So, how are we all fared?
Some better than others.
If we all fared the same in life now, where would the fun be?
Quite.
Wait, not Desmond Blythe, the hosiery king. I should have brought my other wallet.
Not my preferred title, but yes, you should have. Okay, sorry, boys, I'm taking it all.
We'll see about that.
To hell with it. Here we go, then.
Well, hello, my ladies.
Mr. Blythe wins with 3 queens.
Goodbye, gentlemen. I guess it's just you and me now, friend.
Yes, it is.
Time to see if you're really the man you seem to think you are.
Likewise, Mr. Blythe.
So, what business are you in, Mr. Callahan?
I'm an oil man, for my sins.
Funny. I haven't heard of you.
Oh, you will. You know, I thought about getting into hosiery, but I just look better in a suit.
We did go to...
I would stick to oil, Mr. Callahan. I don't think you have a future on the stage.
You sound just like my wife. Yeah, I'm gonna race.
Time to put your money where your mouth is, Mr. Callahan.
You're just getting all the cards tonight, ain't you?
Whenever you're ready, sir.
I'll, raise.
All that. Sorry to do this to you, but I have no choice. All in.
How do I do all in? Or is it just...
Mr. Callahan?
Interesting. Pair of cowgirls. Shit. Shit. I guess my luck held. Is that you done?
Done?
Bust. Or, you got something else to play with?
Meaning?
Well, I heard there was some big boys on this boat. Maybe that's not you. No offense.
Sit your hillbilly ass down.
Why?
I got a watch.
Look at you.
An expensive one. Real fine. Swiss. A Reutlinger, no less. It's in the safe upstairs. It's worth more than you.
Okay. I trust you.
Now play.
As you wish.
So, you must know Leviticus Cornwall, big oil man like you.
Of course, we've crossed paths. I was fortunate enough to tour a little operation of his up in New Hanover.
Thank you, dealer.
Let's not waste any more time here. All in.
Don't worry, sir. Everyone is the author of his own good fortune.
Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Pair of kings.
Very good, but not good enough.
Shit. Uh-oh. Yes, you little beauty.
Hard lines, Mr. Blythe. Mr. Callahan wins with an ace-high diamond flush.
God damn you! No offense.
None taken.
Well played, sir. Unlucky Desmond.
Now, forgive my lack of discretion, but, where might I find this watch?
It's upstairs. Shall we go and have a look?
Why not?
Gentlemen.
Please, cash these out for me.
I started last week.
Good. Sure. Perhaps you could escort us up to the office.
Yes, of course, sir.
Thank you.
Follow me, gentlemen.
Come with me, sir. You're having quite the night.
Yeah, so far.
I cannot believe someone gave a greaser a job.
We live in strange times.
Personally, I wouldn't trust one with a gun, but fear not. I've got my own little lawgiver right here.
Very good.
Next, we'll be hiring Negroes.
I know.
I think you're going to like this watch, sir. I saw it earlier, and it really is a handsome piece. Foreign made, but you can't have everything.
Indeed.
Well, here we are. Just give me 1 second, sir.
Of course, take your time. Don't reach for that gun.
Take his gun, Arthur.
I guess you were right. Only an idiot would give a greaser a gun.
Idiot, huh?
Shit, let's hope no one heard that. Quick, clear the safe. Let's get out of here. I can't believe that asshole had another gun.
The view in here is looking pretty good.
How much is there?
Must be a few thousand plus the watch.
Nice. Now let's get out of here. Come on. Let's go meet the others.
Sure.
I reckon we've only got a few minutes to get out of here.
If we're lucky.
gunshot? It sounded like one. Come on.
And how exactly are we getting out of here?
I ain't too sure. This is what tends to happen when you leave Trelawny in charge of planning. Oh, garnish no meat. Probably involve us dressing up as dancing girls and cannon off the side. Nice uniform, by the way.
Thanks. Give anyone a job these days. Anyway, we shouldn't give ourselves away until we know we need to. Maybe we could still blend into the crowd when it all goes crazy.
Which it surely will. To the bar, Señor!
I hope you had fun, sir.
At the time of my life. You boys sure know how to put on a show.
That's wonderful. Ah, look, there's your friend.
My friend is not a no-good cheat, and I beg you to take back the insinuation.
There he is.
Now, don't be a sore loser, friend.
Something I don't like about the pair of you.
There's plenty I don't like about you, but I have the good manners to keep my mouth shut.
There he is! Shoot that man!
Is that the actual guard?
Get out of here!
Go Strauss! Okay, I'm actually kind of proud of him for that. Let's have the Oh! That was
Come on, Arthur!
We need to get out of here!
How do you suggest?
I don't know, this ain't my show! Sip.
Damn it! We gotta go! Come on! What about the alligator?
Here we go. Oh, I love that mission, it's so much fun.
Well, never a dull moment.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
So, how much did we get?
A few thousand, I think. Pretty good.
Yes, indeed.
And this watch, apparently it's worth a bunch. Swiss, a Reutlinger or something?
Nice watch. Yes, it's a Reutlinger, all right.
We'll give it back then. All right, come on, let's get out of here.
Does it still work after being submerged?
Morning to you.
Oh, I want to read all about it. Where are you?
Morning, sir.
You.
Look out! Just shut up. You don't know me. I really don't care what you think. Don't worry, I'm just playing with you.
I want your paper.
Please, stop wasting my time.
Can I pick it up? Okay. Never mind. I'll get it another time. Okay, we've still got some stuff to do around here, but I'm gonna head back to camp because I've been doing an awful lot of missions lately, and we did still get quite a lot of camp conversations last time, but I want to see if we can get some more this time as well. Oh, I'm not good. So let's head back to Shady Bell.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Get moving, Will.
Well, don't you look slick?
Trelawny got me all tarted up for that riverboat job.
How are you, Mr. Morgan?
Hey, Strauss. You know, this ain't such a bad spot we got here, all things considered.
Yes, not too bad at all.
Though you inject misery like Swanson injects morphine.
Please don't be like this, Mr. Morgan.
We should be getting the young guns to do this. Good luck getting Shaun to lift a finger.
Charles knows Shaun's dead, right? I guess that was a bit buggy with the timing. Maybe it's one of those just like picks from a random list what quote to say and it doesn't remove it from the game when he dies. I don't think it's going to get done quicker.
You know, you should teach the kid how to do this.
I've been to Bali and Java. There is a man there with a body no bigger than a coconut. Speaks 7 languages? Okay. Oh, how'd it go in town?
With Abigail, anything is
Arthur
possible.
Morgan.
Best actress I ever saw.
Really?
Oh, sure. She had half the town believing we were real estate investors from New England. Everybody was following her. This after she placed a little explosive device. When we go back, there'll be an almighty bang.
So you think this big job's gonna work?
Get everything packed. We're leaving.
I hope so. I really do. This place is not for me.
Oh, we will be leaving.
Hosea, how are you?
Hey, Arthur.
You little punk.
Oh, no, here we go.
Oh, long words, superior looks,
What is wrong with you?
and running away like a scared cat.
I'll just ignore you then.
What I would give for a good pozole.
It's taken Pearson this long to learn one recipe. Don't fluster him anymore.
So it's a city bank, and then we're off. It's what you wanted.
It's what we need, if we can manage it.
City banks are hard, but we got a lot of guns.
You think we can do it?
I hope so. I really do.
You know, back when I was in the army, and we was out on patrol, we couldn't light no fires. See, our captain had a theory. He said a lit fire would just bring the engines on us that much quicker. But the only problem was, no fire brought the wolves on us. Yes, sir. So there we were at night, either cold and frightened of the wolves or warm and frightened of the Indians. And I could never figure out what frightened me more. All right. I know what you boys are thinking, but I don't frighten that easy. You know what? Why don't you try yourselves a couple night out on that prairie, surrounded by savages trying to eat you alive, and we'll see who the real man is. That's all I'm saying. You can't blame a man for his honesty. Damn Indians.
No one said anything, Bill.
The horse.
Oh, he's so sweet. Bless him. I love how no one says a word and he just assumes we're all judging him. I think he's quite self-conscious. I think he is this big gruff bloke, but I think he always feels like either feels like he's inferior or feels like people think he's inferior. And I know people do make a lot of jokes about his intelligence. But he seems to jump to assume people are always thinking something bad of him.
The outlaw life, huh? So exciting, living free, but it's mostly just sleeping in the dirt waiting for someone to put a bullet in your head.
Jesus, what happened to the old Karen?
I opened my eyes.
Are you all right, Karen? You used to be the happy one.
I don't know. Starting to think maybe even the good times weren't as good as I remembered them.
It's gonna be okay.
Why is Silly glaring at me like that?
Arthur?
We might run into another 5 messes down the road. Shit, we might run into a whole series of messes, but we will get to the promised
Why don't
land,
you
and
sit
we will
instead
be
of
free.
prowling around the place?
And for those of you who doubts it, you'll be the ones who won't make it. You can trust me on that. It's trust. North to south trust. That's all I'm saying.
Rainbow!
Oh. Hey, Arthur. Nobody can say you ain't loyal, Bill.
Without that, what is there?
I'm with you. Okay, well, let's talk more later.
Okay.
He's so cute. I wish I'd gone for antagonize on that one. Would have loved to know what he said.
No hay remedio. Ay Dios, no hay piedad. Me robas el reposo. Y adiós tranquilidad. Hasta un gorrioncito amoroso la halló y dijo, mi bonita, te quiero mucho yo. Hasta un gorrioncito amoroso la halló y dijo, mi bonita, te quiero mucho yo. Ay Dios, no hay remedio. Ay Dios, no hay piedad. Me robas el reposo. Y adiós tranquilidad.
Fellers.
Y luego la calandria le dijo y le juró,
Boys.
me sacas de prisión, me voy contigo yo. Y luego la calandria le dijo y le juró, me sacas de prisión, me voy contigo yo.
Hear some?
That does not go.
Ay Dios, no hay remedio. Ay Dios, no hay piedad. Me robas el reposo. Y adiós tranquilidad.
Pearson, you could have waited. I'm still so impressed that that's Javier's
That
actor.
always puts a smile on my face.
Like, not only do they have
like
to,
a sausage if I don't move.
I presume, memorize a lot of these lines or like read them off script. Not only do they have to like nail the performance and do all the mocap. I don't know if it's the voice actors who are doing the mocap for all of them. I know sometimes they can like do mocap for each other's and stuff. But then also having to learn all the songs and the lyrics and how to play them. There's just so much has gone into this game, but even just for the individual actors, they've just given so much to this game. And now look, like, I know I said that I've been saying this from like probably the first episode I ever played of this game, but like even how he's playing is spot on. I play guitar badly, very badly, but I can play guitar. I know enough to know that that's like properly how you play those notes. I'm so impressed.
Hello, Arthur.
Hello, Javier.
You know, when I first met Dutch,
Hey there,
I was at
Arthur.
a low point. Real low. And, I tried to rob him. I mean, I was I was just out of the army, and I was drinking like a fish, and I was still sticking up folk on the highway, just out west of the mountains. And Dutch got one look at me. I was just drunk, and I was angry. and he just burst out laughing. And I was so mad, I swear I could have put a slug in him. But he cheered me up, and he gave me purpose. And now I sense some of you fools are doubting him. And that makes me so angry, because he saved me. He saved Bill Williamson. And he can do it again. So for all you sons of bitches, you fools that are doubting him, go. Leave, just run away, just get the hell out of here. But you know what? I know you won't. None of you will. 'Cause you're all the same. You're just like me. So you have faith. We've all got to have faith. 'Cause this is Dutch Vanderland that we're talking about here. This is Dutch Vanderland.
That was actually really sweet. And Phil getting all teary. Well, it sounded like he was. He reminds me of, I can't remember actually, I might have even said this before, but he reminds me of like a big lopey puppy. Or like a young dog that's sort of, I don't know, been found abandoned and has been taken in and cared for and given a home, and now it looks at its owner like they are the best thing to ever walk this earth. Like, you know, just blind, unconditional love and loyalty, just, you know, their perfection. It's almost like that kind of, yeah, Dutch helped him and did like a great thing. So now he just like owes everything to Dutch as far as he's concerned. Like, Dutch is always going to be there for him, will always look after him, will always make sure that they're okay. Just no doubt, no like looking at Dutch in shades of grey, like, yeah, he's good, but then also, like, you know, maybe he's very egotistic or anything. He's like, nope, Dutch is just good. Dutch is just good. Dutch helps me. Dutch is great. He will always be great. It's quite sweet. Naive, but sweet. I quite like that in so many of these stories, people are trying to rob Dutch. In a lot of their origin stories of how they met Dutch, a lot of them were trying to rob him or mug him or something. Like, I think Hosea tried to rob Dutch. I think Shaun tried to mug Hosea, Dutch, and maybe Arthur, I can't remember. But they'd taken the bullets from his gun. Bill tried to rob Dutch. I think, was it Mary Beth? I think they caught her on the run. She'd stolen from other people. But yeah, there definitely seems to be a trend of a lot of people trying to rob Dutch. Him kind of seeing the humour in it and sort of having a soft spot for them, seeing their potential and taking them in. And then they just become so loyal, I guess, because he had every reason to kill them or to turn them into the police, but he kind of gave them a home and a family, so... Uncle. I don't know if my camera was... I don't think it was. Wasn't sure if my camera was in the way. He's so funny. It's really difficult to get to sleep in this bed.
Okay, Mr. Morgan.
That Lenny mission seems to have disappeared. I hope it comes back. I was going to end on the Lenny mission, but it has gone for now. So instead, I'm going to go into Saint Denis and do the Charles Châtenay mission. I don't think I've got time for one of the bigger missions, but it would be nice to end on something. So we'll go and see Charles Châtenay at the art gallery, and then I will call it a day. Okay. Isn't that some blurry fruit or something? I don't even know what that is. Is that an animal of some kind? Some bottles and fruit?
Enjoy the show, if that's possible. It's a free show, so don't come asking for a refund.
What's this show, then?
Mr. Charles Châtenay. Go and see for yourself, but don't blame me. Sooner you go in there, sooner you can come out.
He's really selling it.
The exhibition is through there, if you can call it that.
Exhibition of oil paintings by the world-renowned artist.
You should know the artworks are not endorsed by gallery staff.
Charles Châtenay, featuring new artwork never before seen.
I just don't like how much time you're spending with the man is all.
Just wait until you see his work. It's very progressive.
Well, I'm not so very sure how I feel about progression. Paintings or otherwise.
Come on. You won't have seen the like of it before. I promise.
Maybe that's a good thing. Hold on. Let me compose myself.
Oh, the magpie at the cheese.
We'll miss the party.
Can I go in there? Oh. I just insta-fail the mission. I don't even get asked to leave. Alright. The doorman was scared. You failed the mission if you scare the doorman. What a wuss.
I think that it's Greek. Or could be Roman. You know, it's Italian most likely.
This is wild. Last time we had Albert Mason's
it might
photos.
Just be from someone over in Blackwater.
I wonder if it's because I've not done all of his missions yet. That's so cool. Because I've done the one with the coyote, the very first one where he took a picture of Arthur. I've done the one with the wolves. I haven't yet done the one with the horses. And I can't remember, was it... I can't remember what the one was where he almost fell off a cliff. Was it an eagle or something? But maybe if you don't do all of them by the time you do this mission, you just get some old guy. He's not really that old. Some guy. Kid with a sword. Oh, fine brandy. Don't mind if I do. It's a cool little Easter egg. I didn't know that you might not actually see it. I guess it makes sense.
That's far too modern for my taste.
Mr. Chardonnay, he's
The
just
man simply can't paint.
I find the brushwork baffling. What's he trying to represent aside from a filthy mess?
It's up. You know.
I'm sorry, I don't know.
How can you not know?
Let's just say, I can't say. Not in mixed company.
Can you not see what that is?
Look at these idiots.
Excuse me, Mr. Chardonnay. Couldn't you have painted some drawers on her?
Madame, I paint her in her natural state, as she was and will be in paradise.
There's nothing natural about that.
Clothes are civilization, repression, death. To be naked is to be free, innocent, alive. Like Buddha said, you know, we are all just here to fuck.
Well, that explains the decadence of those Hottentots.
Hey, you got a picture of my wife here. In her delicates.
Henry, is that your behind? How would you be showing it to that man?
That's my mama. As nude as the day she was born.
Stop looking at my husband's buttocks.
Stop looking at my mama.
Well, maybe she shouldn't have exposed herself like that.
This is disgusting.
The nerve on you!
That's it!
Come on, Mildred. This is no place for us.
Come here!
Son of a bitch!
You filthy little man! Oh! Oh! Come on, horse, we'll leave it!
Hey, I'm coming after you, Frenchie! Hey. All right. Next time.
I don't know where this is going, but I just choked him to death and then kicked him while he was down. Let them two do whatever they're doing in the corner. So they need to get a room. Hottentots. I love that word. You guys done? Or do you need a minute? Can I have a bit longer if you're not done touching foreheads yet?
Charles, where are you?
Hottentots. The decadence of those Hottentots. I need to find a way to work that into everyday conversation.
This show is well and truly over. Let's get out of here. Come on, I know a place where I can disappear for a few days. Let's go.
This way, come on. I think we are okay, huh? The exhibition, what can you say? It was not boring, huh?
That it was not.
Hey, have a can,
Mister,
would you?
how is everything with you?
No, not too bad. To test people, push them. I thought I was a fraud, a no-talent brush washer. Now I'm not sure. We provoke emotions, no?
You keep provoking emotions like that, and all your canvases will have punch holes through.
I told you I was a whole ass.
You did, and you are. Now maybe go be an asshole somewhere else for a while.
Ah, here we are. I know a lady over here. She may let me stay for a while.
Good luck.
That picture I gave you, it will be worth something someday. I can feel it.
Perhaps. Right now, seems like the only thing it'd get me is kicking the balls.
Oh, you are funny, you know. I hope to see you again sometime. My angel, my little bird, it's me!
He's a one. Maybe that's why the gallery closed, because I remember going back to try and find that gallery after Charles leaves. Yeah, because I looked for everywhere and I think it had closed down or like didn't exist there anymore. Maybe it's because a bunch of guests ended up knocked out unconscious, and it was bad for business. So they had to close the gallery. It would make sense. Gave him a bad reputation.
Oh, hey! Look who it is. I'm still picking the dust out from my teeth. So what do you say we go again?
This
First one
woman
to Catfish Jackson's.
will not leave me alone. Do you reckon I could stop her from bothering me so much?
Alright, suit yourself.
I should hopefully stop her asking me again.
God damn it!
We'll see if she pops back up.
You know, when I first met Dutch, when I first met many of you, I had just left the army. And it wasn't on a case of no dishonorable discharge like I'm sure some of you have heard around here. But it was by mutual consent on the account of our differing opinions, or that's how the captain put it. Differing opinions. The army, they had their opinion, and I had mine. We was equals, but we went our separate ways. Now me, I spent a few nights sleeping rough, I admit. Funny. I was robbed. I was robbed by someone I was well, you know well. Yeah. No, it was a woman. I was robbed by a woman. And then I met Dutch. Now, unlike some of you vagrants and vagabonds and orphans and murderers, I've seen what Uncle Sam can do up close. Nothing will make you believe in a man like Dutch more than seeing what power can do to a captain in the U.S. Army. I mean, it corrupts a man. It corrupts a man totally. But I believe in Dutch. I know. Dutch is Dutch. But I believe in him where he talks, I walks. And that's the way it's gonna be. And it was a woman. I see you chuckling.
That's brilliant. We're getting a lot of like Bill backstory this episode, aren't we? I love it because I don't think it's actually confirmed, but I know that it's heavily implied that that Bill is gay, or at the very least bisexual, but I think gay. And so I've not seen that dialogue before, but obviously that, yeah, at least plays into the fact that maybe the other gang members think he's gay. And he's being very defensive about, it was a woman. Oh, he's so funny. I like that Dutch just walked past at the end as well, like, no, do go on. Tell them how great I am. It'd be nice to see more of Dutch sat by the fire with everybody. I know he kind of keeps himself separate as the leader. He's too busy coming up with plans. He kind of wanders past, but he doesn't sit with us. Like, even Hosea sits with us. Dutch just sort of stays separate, smokes his cigars, reads his books. Don't hear Charles play very often.
About time you rested up.
I think he's got stage fright. Didn't like the fact that I was watching. I wonder if that Lenny mission is going to come back. I can't remember. Did last playthrough, did it disappear when I did another mission? I don't know if either it's going to come back, I've run out of time, and it's too late, or maybe because I did the Pearson mission, maybe it's an either or thing. I feel like it was showing after the Pearson mission though, I can't remember.
How you boys doing?
Fine.
Said boys. Wasn't talking to you, old man.
Ooh. Suit yourself.
You know, there are winners and losers in this world. And that's a fact. And what confuses me about you, old man, is you're a loser who somehow ain't got lost yet.
You know, I love it when you enlighten us with these philosophy lessons. You know, I don't know how we managed before you joined us.
Now, Dutch is a great man and far better than any of us, but you waste too much time and energy on weaklings like you.
Me and Dutch go back a long way.
And he feels bad for you. That's why you're still here.
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that things ain't got no use, should be put out of their misery.
You just tried, huh?
Was only joking, old man. Don't go and wet your bed again.
Okay, that's me done for the day. I went on a bit longer than I was meant to have, but I wanted to see if we can catch some more conversations, and I wanted to make sure that I got enough content, so I'm trying to remember what we did. We definitely got a lot of Bill backstory today, which was really interesting. I think when he was discharged due to a difference in opinions, I do wonder if that might be because he was interested in men, and back in those days that was not a widely accepted orientation to have. So maybe who did you say it was, like his captain or somebody? Maybe he had a chat with him, and yeah, the guy was like, let's just agree to disagree, you know, like, you know, you do you, but you can't do that here. You can't do that in the army, so we need you to leave. But like, go forth and be yourself, Bill, in the world. And then yeah, him getting really defensive about what, like, whoever robbed him, and then being like, it was a woman, it was a woman. Yeah, I feel like the game's dropping hints. It's interesting. I don't know if I would have picked up on it if it hadn't been for the comments telling me. I'm a bit oblivious to that kind of thing. Yeah, interesting though. And yeah, he's so sweet, like tragically sweet. I can definitely see why he's loyal to Dutch, but then I think just to do it blindly, like, yes, Dutch saved him, and I'm sure he feels indebted to Dutch for that. But people can change, and just because someone does one good thing doesn't mean that they are wholly good, and from then on get your undying unconditional loyalty. It should still be conditional, and you know, you should still have a say in things. But I think, yeah, Bill's just so taken over by his gratitude towards Dutch and appreciation for what Dutch did for him. He just has those puppy eyes for Dutch now, I think. I think in a way he's one of the people I probably will end up feeling most sorry for. I think because everybody else probably has enough insight to see things going wrong. Whichever side they pick and however it ends up for them, I think a lot of them can see at least what side is playing what cards. And I feel like Bill is just so naive to it all. Even Javier and stuff, I think, He was loyal, but I still feel like he was still very borderline and just slightly more like less trust Dutch. Yeah, everyone else was like, oh, this isn't looking good, but, you know, had to pick a side. And I think Bill was, even to the end, was probably like, no, Dutch is Dutch, and Dutch is good, and Dutch will make sure everything's okay. Even when he was losing his mind and turning on his closest friends and stuff. Bill is a lovable big oof. Obviously, that Charles Chatonnet's mission is gold. I absolutely love that one. It's just so funny. The decadence of those Hottentots, and he painted someone's mum and he was like, stop looking at my mum. Oh, I just love it. I would love to spend a day in the minds of the people who wrote these missions. Just the creativity and imagination they have to come up with this stuff, and then the skill to create it, to bring it to life in words, and to sell it so well with so much humour, and then of course the actors to bring it to life and all the rest. It's just so beautifully done. They need to make this game into a film one day. I kind of really want them to, because I want more, and it's just such a good story, and I feel like it needs to get out of the gamer world, because a lot of people don't play video games. I want it to reach people, this story to reach people who aren't gamers, because it just needs to be out there. I think it just deserves to be out there. But I also know that the actors are going to be different. Like, it's not going to be the Arthur Morgan exactly as we know him. It'll probably be a different voice actor, or like they'll look a bit different. I'm not very good with change. I know Arthur, he's in my mind now. Anyone else is a fraud. And also I know when games get made into shows, they obviously have to cut away bits, and that would be a shame. But it would be so good, wouldn't it, to have it as a film or a series or something. We did, of course, do the Trelawny mission on the boat. I think that kind of went like before. There wasn't too much I could choose between high honour and low honour. So yeah, I was just running through that mission again. But I always find that really fun. Javier being very sneaky. I think he goes on as a guest and then knocks out the guard. Changes into his uniform. And I think it was the guard, because a guy comes up and he's like, that's them, shoot them. And he's in all of his underclothes. Whereas the guy we knocked out upstairs was still, we didn't take away his clothes. And he was holding the back of his head like he'd been hit in the back of the head. So I think that was the guard who got knocked out. Javier took on his identity. I still have no idea how to play poker. I did learn, haven't played since, and I'm losing it. But yeah, thankfully I had Strauss to tell me what to do. And then yeah, apart from that, a lot of get chased around Saint Denis. Got put in prison, didn't get a cutscene, still gonna try. All in all, I say it's been a pretty okay episode. Some missions, some dialogue, just a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Okay, I'd better go. It's well past my bedtime. I hope you've had a good day or night as well. Thank you for joining me. I will be back next week for some more Red Dead Redemption. And I will see you then. So take care of yourselves until then, and I will see you next Sunday, gang. Bye bye.